a look at the free down here.
Here's the free kick, so in class. Nah, jeez, they've just got to be better than that, the umpires.
Damien Hardwick cannot believe that was a free.
That boy needs therapy.
The discrepancy was 33-16. You feel that that's a fair indication of the content?
Oh, I thought the umpires got caught up in the emotion of the game. Can happen.
McAndrew! Jones got him down, but did he have it? The umpires put the whistle away.
Well, asking the wrong bloke the wrong question. Maybe ask the umpiring department.
Oh, we've got a better guy than that, so we brought him right in. Ray Chamberlain, welcome.
Good evening, gents.
On a Monday.
Monday.
It's big time.
There must be trouble.
I haven't seen all these decisions. I'm happy to
Wait
sit
till you
down.
do. So the noise of affirmation was first introduced by Alan Richardson at this desk many years ago. It has caught on in the language. Are you a believer in the noise of affirmation?
I think environment certainly plays a factor. And, you know, if I reflect on 20 years, you go to certain grounds and it's not so much the ones you're going to pay, like where they go, oh, you're back, and they all go nuts, because that just helps almost affirm what you're doing, as Alan intimated. It's the one where you half don't quite... Did he get him high? And it's just stone cold quiet. You go, play on. That, I think that's where it
reverse noise of effort.
Yeah.
So it's more that. Of affirmation.
Yeah. So you sort of go, I'm not sure. Whereas the other ones where they go nuts and you half see it, you might be likely to get tipped in. So I can see how that extrinsic environmental factors can play a role.
All right. I think Damien Hardwick had good cause to be aggrieved. So we thought we'd study the last quarter together.
Yes. So I spent a bit of time this afternoon, Jared, running through the last quarter, and obviously tight game and a whole lot came out of it. And I know there was some discussion around holding the ball discrepancy, and I haven't seen the first three quarters. So I've seen the last quarter. There were 17 free kicks paid, just as whatever that means. 10 were paid to Port Adelaide, 7 were paid to the Gold Coast Suns, and by my assessment, I think there are probably 3 free kicks that were missed for the Gold Coast. We're going to see 2 of them. And I think there were 2 free kicks that were paid to Port Adelaide that if the umpires had their time again, they'd stay out of it. So statistically, it was a fairly even distribution of free kick in the last quarter. I think what is more relevant is the accuracy of the decision-making.
All right, let's get to Ben Long as a starting point. Was he stiffed a couple of times?
Yeah, so in this marking contest here, if Alir makes contact to the back of his head, the ball's gone, as you can tell. If he smacks him in the back of the head there and makes contact, the free kick is required. Whereas in this instance here, all players are doing nothing but going for the football. Hands are right where the ball is, so any contact that occurs there with Long is what we'd refer to as incidental contact, and play on is the right call there. So I think a high contact free kick warranted in the first instance and an excellent play on call in the second.
McAndrew and Mitch Georgiades pushing them back.
Yeah, this one here is a low light for the night, and I'm certain that the umpires will unpack this. And I listened to the communication from the umpire, and the commentary or the communication was prohibited contact. So he hasn't paid a hold or a push in the back. Now, prohibited contact, Jared, in a situation like this off the ball, you'd tend to see a striking action or something of that ilk into the back of an opponent, and that hasn't happened there. So I can only assume the umpire potentially has lost a bit of concentration, just seen the end of it, and has made a mistake. That can't be paid in AFL football, can't be paid anywhere.
Just a shocking decision.
That's a bad decision.
Yep. Zach Butters, high contact.
Yeah, so, can I just say here, so this is a free kick that should have been paid for high contact, but I do want to say, first up, Zach Butters tries to pull up, and I think the umpire sort of read a bit into that. His communication was he was stationary. Now, clearly he's not, he's on the move. These are very challenging, and the reason why I say they're very challenging, Gary, is because I butchered one yesterday at Arden Street myself.
So you're only human, Razor.
Yeah. Human. So, yeah, that should have been a free kick there to the Gold Coast Suns for high contact.
All right, Alir and King in the marking contest.
This actually is a great contest. So they come in and there is... Alir has great body work. It's in the side. It's not in the back. He gets under the flight of the ball. His sole objective is the ball. His hands make contact with the ball, and that's play on. So that's not in the back. It's in the side. He's held the space. He's protected the space, which he's entitled to do, and that's well played from Alir. That should not be awarded a free kick.
And the very last contest of the game.
Was that in the final seconds of the game, that last one?
Getting toward the end.
So this one here, he takes possession of the football. It's immediately tackled fairly, and they come to ground. The ball gets disposed of as a result of the jarring tackle. It's not a lingering dump scenario. You slow it down, it doesn't look as good. But in real time, bang, one action, go to ground. Play on's the right call, and that's well umpired in that circumstance.
No, I'm happy with that. I would like to argue with Ray, as you know, but I can't. He knocks the footy out here.
Yeah. That's exactly right. So that's, you're allowed to tackle firmly, and then in an instance like this, Jared, the tackler's afforded an opportunity to release the tackle. They can't do it immediately. So that's play on.
All right, you've been waiting for insufficient intent. We had consecutive...
Pivoting myself.
All right, so Harris Andrews followed by Carl Amon.
Yeah. So overarching thing here for the umpires, and I don't like this rule, Jared. You and I are in agreement here. The umpires are being asked to say to the player, where does the ball go? Does it go towards the middle of the ground or closer to the line? It goes in a direction towards the line. It's forceful and it crosses the line, and you'd expect the free kick to be paid there. And in this instance here, again, it goes, once he disposes of the ball, he gets nowhere near his teammate. He actually handballs it to the umpire, and unless it's a skill error, so that's the decision you need to ask yourself here, like, is it a kick off the side of the boot or not? And I don't think Carl Amon has handballed that off the side of his hand at all. And he's got the question that is posed to the player by the law: have you shown sufficient intent to keep the ball in? And that's what the umpires are being asked to do on field.
See, I think I'm with Ray on this, which is going to surprise everyone. And Hawthorn supporters are going to hate... Well, it's already done. In that instance, Carl Amon has to take the most care of all, because the ramifications of getting it wrong are, where they are on the ground. He doesn't take any. He at worst, it's insufficient care in the handball.
Yeah.
He laid back. If we show it again, he laid back, and when the shot from behind, you don't miss that. I mean, you can miss a handball. Everyone misses handballs, but I don't know if we're going to get it up. This one's bad enough. He's on the back pedal. That's very lazy. And then when you see it from behind, when you see how far he misses this handball by, the only question is, why would he handball it out of bounds? That's the other reason. There's no real reason for him to want this to be a boundary throw when he's got teammates there.
And I look at that angle and I would say to you, well, that's because he's got defenders sweating on his teammates and he probably doesn't have a clean exit, so he's gone, I'll take this on.
But they're so good with their hands. There's 2v1 there. There's no real reason. That's the only out I'm having. But
the intended target knew he was in trouble because he started pleading with the umpire before the umpire made the decision.
I'm in the out.
For the umpire, the first one with Harris Andrews...
I think he got bumped as he hit it.
If that had been a kick, I don't think we'd even be talking about it. And the differentiation between a kick or a handball is not relevant. So I think we needed to see a free kick there. It only just crosses the line too, Jared, and he has a teammate there and thereabouts. So I understand how they've got that one and they haven't tipped in. The AFL would ask them to pay both.
All right, Ray, thank you.
Thanks for having me.